this makes us feel like we should go get more work done if it's this like easy. And
she's not in charge of the pocketbook, apparently.
Hello everyone, it's Micah, outdoor living guy. I'm excited. It's a happy photo shoot day to you. This is a start to finish transformation. I can't wait to show you this project. It's a beautiful one with a covered structure, fireplace, fire pit, seat wall with a backrest, bar, outdoor kitchen, lots of fun stuff. Can't wait to show it all to you right now. Some of the highlights that we want to talk about, of course, we have the covered structure. The covered structure was unique because originally the homeowner wanted to cover this whole area, and we showed them through good design. In fact, I want to show you the design right now to let you see that the design really allowed them to see this space in different rooms. Instead of just having one great covered area, we were able to make a covered room with a fireplace destination, and then a separate room with a bar and with a fire pit. So I love the design, and I love the way that we were able to kind of maneuver through what the homeowner thought they wanted and to be able to show them what they really wanted with a good design.
First experience was a friend of hers had their backyard done, or they bought a house that was done by Paradise Restored, and super impressed.
we saw the plans, we went to the backyard and viewed everything. We had no idea what it looked like before, but we saw the plans, and the plans just in general were beautiful, like three-dimensional. You could see like the hardscape, the soft, like everything, even landscaping ideas. And it was, compared to the other two bids we had, it was just totally different.
So what we saw in person was really nice, and then for me personally, when I spoke to Micah, I felt very comfortable dealing with him. The conversations were very authentic, and knowing that this was going to be a project that's going to last 3 to 6 months, like, you want to feel comfortable with the people that you're working with, and that was very much the case versus the other folks that we got bids from. Initial thoughts were I wanted a large covered space from one end of the patio to the other, but my wife, who's the perfect yin to my yang, suggested that, well, it would make it too dark on inside the house because it would block out so much light. And then also, like, she would want an area where, like, she could just get some natural sunlight. And so we kind of put these initial high-level thoughts into our proposal, and Pearson took some very raw ideas and came back with an overall design that we actually fell in love with the very first time we saw it. Funny enough, when Mike and I were talking about the contract, the one thing I was talking about was like, well, how many redesigns can I get? And he's like, well, we'll give you 3, 4, 5, whatever, but you probably won't need that many. And sure enough, it was one and done. For me personally, I love to grill, and the summers out in the Pacific Northwest are amazing. Long days, long nights, great climate. But the one drawback was, if I'm always outside grilling and there's a really good sports game, I'm gonna miss it. So if we could create a living space that gave us a little, the best of both worlds, that was high on my priority list.
Yes, our old grill was so small that it wasn't really hot enough in the winter. So even if we had a TV out here, he wouldn't be out here because it wouldn't get hot enough to grill. So we kind of needed to get a bigger grill and add a TV out here, because even if he could grill out here and we didn't have a TV, he'd say, but there's a game on. So we needed to do that. And we love to barbecue and entertain, and we just found that we didn't have enough seating area for people. We had lots of patio furniture, but it didn't create like little conversation areas as much as all of this has. So like the bar area here, which people could chat to people here. And then we had a fire pit before and stuff around it, but it wasn't quite this big. And then just having furniture that could really move around, and little end tables that can move and create more space.
Yeah, we've certainly put it to good use already. Even when the project wasn't fully done, like as soon as we had electricity and gas installed, we were finding ways to navigate the construction site to still get good use out of it.
That made us get Disney Plus, so the kids could be out here. And they've actually had a couple of neighbor friends over for one movie night that was socially distanced. They all brought their own lawn chairs. It was adorable. They all brought their own snacks and drinks. They watched the movie. They were so nice about moving their truck, all that stuff. And the guys, all the guys that worked here were super nice. But those little things, they're just really nice. And we eventually brought snacks out for them and like brought lunch once in a while.
And even at the end of the day, like they cleaned up after themselves. They weren't sloppy during the day. Like we have kids around, so, you know, concern about possibly like smoking on site or using profanity on site. Like none of that was an issue whatsoever. In fact, we weren't even done with the project and I had already recommended it to one of my CrossFit buddies. And since the project has more or less been done, I've fielded 2 referral calls and gave them both glowing recommendations that really the things I've already communicated from the very onset in terms of being able to take our very abstract ideas of what we want to turn it into something that we really love, to the guys being on site, being very professional, to, granted we're still in the honeymoon phase, but everything looks like it's super high quality. And then the team has been very responsive. Every time I've had a question in terms of timelines or getting things done, very responsive. So definitely would recommend Paradise Restored.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this job site. It's a beautiful one. It's our first photo shoot of the year. We're going to have a lot of these this season. So please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, because there's a lot of transformations coming to you and we don't want you to miss one. All right, guys, thanks again for watching. We'll talk to you soon.